nice shoot into the stopper. Yes, good stuff. Spray covers intact and barrels, walking and carry them all down. And here we have another crew coming over with a red cam. Yes, a South African crew here coming, and they're all lining up now. Peter Egan and his friends from yes, all going through, no capsizing. Yes, there's Jenny Egan and John, in the case of Jenny, fourth in the World Championship in Hungary 2 weeks ago, and she survived. Yes, we are heading for the wall there. We've got I can hear a few crunches. Dave Francis and his friend from England having a go, an old veteran, and another South African crew going there. So we now have Declan Halton and Jim Morrissey in the back of White, Paul Maloney, John Ringwood from Wildwater Kayak Club. They're spun around. Oh, a lot of noise here. They're probably shooting the weird a little bit. I heard a crunch there as well. So they're all trying to. There's the crew from England, the man in the back of the pink hat. Oh, capsize. First capsize of the Liffey Descent. Here we go. So they're still shooting the weir a little bit too far over there, and you can hear their boats punching. There's a South African girl from Cape Town, Brian Gallagher and Jerry Collins, previous winner in the Open Doubles. Now we've got a little bit of we've got a capsize there, yeah. So we're all good. We're into the touring singles now, and we're getting there. Just going to take a few photographs of myself as they go over. And again, not the place to shoot the weir. Come into the side, everybody. You're too far over. All clash of paddles there. Yes, gone. Well done. We blame the girl in the back for pushing that K2 out. So, yes, a deep paddle. Can he get it back up? Just about. So, these boats now are totally unstable. It might be going down a telegraph boat. Another capsize there. So, Tim Healy from Cork after capsizing now. Wild water after capsizing there. Thomas giving me the details. And here we have a K2 coming down the side. And I think we're in trouble there. Because, yes, we were right in capsize. The K1s are on the way. Now that's the T2s and K2s through. We've had a few disaster fees, as we say. So, let's see what happens next. That's the K2's gone. On the shooting the side, and 3 others going over to the chicken run. Yeah, nice shoot. Keep the paddles high, Nicky Brennan. Now the first of the white water boats are in there. There's a UK paddler. They're all sliding through. Malcolm. There's Herbie from Salmon Canoe Club, a winner of the Dermot Hudson, winner of the Liffey Descent before. Malcolm Banks over on the far side in the blue kayak, heading for the chicken run. Now when I say chicken run, it's not easy. White water boat going over, tied the barrel in a good place, and another white water boat. Malcolm has got through over there, they're striding over, and we're just trying to recognise a few. 9 racing over the weir. Will they make it through the stopper? No. So, white water boat, punching, and here's Shane Kelly in the white water boat, taking his line and getting through the stopper. Shane is representing. Nice through an old vessel. Will he make it? No, he's not. So sorry about that now. A white water boat. They're a little bit unstable. Ashton Smith on the far side, heading over. Yes, that's can she do it? Oh! soon. Thanks, Tom. Tom is heading down to Lucan now to do the commentary down there. So that was exciting. Tony will have to get in and paddle on. So it's very tricky. First time from Richmond to Lucan and Daughter. And that's how they do. Very experienced paddlers. And yes, this is noisy, but still, it's brand new boat. Eileen Murphy. And her partner, Eileen, is very experienced slalom, has represented Ireland many a time, and won the Jane Coleman, coming down the Weir now in the black kayak, and a couple of these plastic boats, well, they can take the treatment. And you see the little trolley on the back they'll use when they get to the portage to carry the canoes. It can be quite heavy. Those plastic doubles can weigh up to 25 kilos in weight. They're designed for sea kayaking. So, first, they all come out of the woodwork for the Liffey Descent. Now, let's see, can we see by the expression on these two look very confident. So I'd say we're okay. Keep paddling through. The next crew are look a bit more serious, and they seem to be getting there. And a teddy bear on the front of that yellow kayak. Getting a little wet now. So they're all slipping over. I think that's John Gallagher from Dominic up there. Lives in Galway now, and I think paddles for Galway Kayak Club. Now here we have a very serious couple, number 674, sliding over, and let's keep a watch on them, going across the stopper, which is not a good idea, but anyway, they've got ferns, and will they capture? Yes, they're gone. So now we have, they're all slipping over. Let's see the yellow boat over on the chicken run. It'll be a bit noisy there at the bottom. But you know, canoes have got quite a rocker on the bottom, so, and plenty of buoyancy in them. So they're quite safe to shoot the weir nearly anywhere. And they're designed, they're made in plastic, so they can take the knocks. So I can see a lot of webcams. In the old days, we had to get our relatives mini camera to video you. So now they've got these webcams, the technology's amazing. Here we have the first Topolinos coming down, and the first touring singles. Oisin O'Farrell, he's ever hitting the fish barrel, quite dangerous. And cutting the stopper here in the green boat heading down. Will he make it up? He's nervous now. Little lack of confidence. Oh, a bit bumpy here too. So all the single kayaks heading over. Probably a big class. And the master single kayaks now got to the front. So we're going to see some very interesting YouTube videos later on. With all these webcams on the decks and on their helmets. Here's a heading over in a brand new Gola. I see it there, very shiny looking, got through. I think he's knocked a few lumps of gel off the bow. But a lot of these boats are made in Kevlar and carbon, and they can take the bang quite light. But here we go. Now another few chicken runs slipping over. We always recommend that these people don't hang around on the weir because the headbangers are coming behind them. Like a steamroller, the Canadians. So here we have a racing single heading over, and a touring sea kayak type boat, and the racing single has capsized. He's having difficulty extracting himself from it because it's a very tight cockpit on that boat. So now here we have representatives from Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Scandinavian countries well represented, Belgium, France, Holland, the Netherlands, Great Britain of course, north of Ireland, and many a club from the Ireland's Trim Canoe Club, Kilcullen Canoe Club, the oldest canoe club in Ireland, is well represented here today. I can see some of the members slipping over, and this is the fun aspect of the race. A lot of these guys and girls are just in to finish, and to finish this race is an achievement in itself. Without getting into the medals, it's quite serious. It'll take them maybe 3 hours plus to get down in one of these single kayaks, with a lot of obstacles in the way. But they'll be spinning yarns tonight at the reception we're going to have and the dinner dance tonight at the Garda Rowing Club. Now, of course, I've just reminded myself where I thank the Gardaí for their efforts in traffic management. I forgot to thank the Garda Rowing Club down at Ireland. Let's go. Don't delay, because the Canadians are coming behind you, so I move on. It's very important that if you're in a single, you get to the jungle first. If the Canadians get there before you, you might be fire hat and walk down the Liffey. So I recommend you keep going. So on the bridge, give them a big cheer to get them moving over the weir. Jim Kennedy, you're there on the scene over at the chicken run. Get them over. So they're all from all aspects. They come from all over England. We've a great UK contingency here today. But we're very delighted with the entries in the racing class, which is up this year. And we also have a great international members taking part today. They've come a long way, and hopefully they enjoy the race. So now they're still coming, as you can see. Look, a big entry in this class today. So they're all flipping over. Come on, everybody, cheer up. Come on, let's have you going over the weir. You think this is bad? Wait till you get to Wren's Nest and Palmerstown, when your arms feel like lead and the stopper at the bottom seems twice as high as you are. The first Canadian down is Roger McClure. Is it Roger? And Ken Boland. Look, Ken is sitting very high in the back. Let's see. Very experienced canoes. This breakover. First Canadian over. And let's see. And they make it. No! They've fallen out. Oh dear, oh dear. Ken is in for a ribbon over that. Now, as I said, the Canadians are very unstable when they get a little bit of water in them. So, here they are. Like I said, girls and boys, those of you in the singles. Now, here's the first three-man coming. The little man has got into the back. They're moving back to give them more air. So, they're sliding over. There's 646 heading over. And let's see the three-man Canadian, how they'll do. They're leaning back, yes. They've got through and they'll move back into their position. So, the trick with the Canadian is to keep paddling. So, they're all slipping over the chicken run. The boats are well capable of doing this, and it's a matter of keeping the water out of those Canadians. So, singles and the tail end of the singles and the Canadians are all mixed up. There's 12 points, lots of points, take them the water. They're quite dangerous. A lot of them have to stop and empty. They're very ungainly when they get a bit of water in them. There's somebody in the front with a wheelie bin, cut in half, keep the water out, good idea. A lot of road cones. Kildare County Council will be sending a bill to the Irish Canoe Union next week for all the cones that are missing. So here we have with the 5-gallon drum in the front, 3 people, 3 Limerick Canoe Club, I think. Now with their trolley hanging in the back. The trolley is like an anchor out the back of that boat. So, and they're sunk under the bridge. So that's a pity. But they'll get back in and manage. Here we have a single Canadian heading down the fish side, and he just survived. Now, I just want to see if I can have a few more Canadians going down the fish side, and well, here we have a single, and let's see, can I get a photograph of them? And the Canadians and the singles are all mixed up. Quite a few 3-man, 3-girl canoes here, and here we have 2 singles coming down together, and let's see how they get on. That looks good, yes, excellent. And they're all together, yes. Have they survived? Yes. 306, the lady in that little Canadian, having been spun around. She'll hit the wall, but she's okay. They're all getting there in the end. So we're at the tail end of the race, and they're all on their way down to Island Bridge. Like I said, 11 weirs. There's a man leaning back in the Canadian, which is a good idea, and I think they've got through. Because they're sitting high in those boats, it makes it very unstable. Now you see the way the water fills up into the boat, and it becomes ungainly. So here we have 7-2-1. heading over, holding on to the Canadian, not a good idea, but they've survived, lucky for them. And we've got a couple of boats left. And here we have the Vikings coming in their unedited canoe that I made myself in 1974 actually, but that's another story. So I was thinking of the cream and cream back then. You had a two-tone cars and two-tone canoes. They were the height of fashion back then. So they've got through. Quite a big, heavy glass fibre boat. And now we've got the